Okay, guys, I just want to make sure, as usual, that we are running the way that we should be running and that everything is working. Please, you guys are my eyes and ears and all of my senses for these games and for the live. So please let me know if there are any problems, if there are any issues with the live, if you can't hear me properly, if anything is getting in the way of us having a good time. So welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Bukwena. I am your host, and this is a place, of course, where we absolutely love South African football. We love African football, and every now and then those two things intersect. And now we've got WAFCON 2026 happening, where Banyana Banyana, of course, is playing their second game after losing their first game to Tanzania. They're playing their second game versus current log leaders Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, of course, number one. 1 game played, 1 win, 4 goals scored, 1 conceded, 3 points in the bag. Whereas Banyana Banyana have played 1 game, lost the game, scored 1, conceded 2 for a grand total of 0 points. In the last 5 games, Banyana Banyana have 2 losses and 3 wins. Last game out being Tanzania was a loss. And then before that, we beat Japan 1-0. And then before that, on the Ivory Coast side, we have Ivory Coast who've got 3 wins, a loss, and a draw. Burkina Faso beating, Ivory Coast beating Burkina Faso 4-1. And then, of course, before that, they beat Mali 1-0 in the run-up. Now, starting lineups, we have got Diakate in goal, as well as the other Diakate. Then Gbehi, Kachi, Seri, Fofana, Kakunan, Elo, Konan, Kouassi, Ouedraogo, and that is the starting lineup there for Ivory Coast. Then South Africa has made some changes. Dlamini out as Swart steps back in. Antonio Maponya has come in as well. Kamete Mbane, Makama Mbane, who choose, had some choice words to say to everybody. Then we have Mutlalo, Jane, Jane, Kesane Magia, Khatlana, and Dlamini as the starting lineup. It seems that Dlamini, close the doors, buddy, close the doors. Dlamini will be playing a little bit higher up. We see that Ramalipe, of course, is not on the pitch, so that's going to be interesting whether Ufigile has been brought in to kind of sit back and play a little bit more defensively. And we're looking at maybe Tembi and Magia to be running a counter-attack on that side. That's going to be interesting to see, because we also lost to Mudli Salgado, who was knocking the ball, but the knocking was not doing the things it was meant to be. So I guess Coach Des has said to us, you know what, guys, it's fine. I'll change it. Let's see how it pans out as we have the kickoff here. Please let me know there in the comments how you guys are feeling about the game, and tell me how you think the game is going to play out.
This is the last chance and then I'm finished. This is the last chance and then I'm finished. This is the last chance.
This is the last chance, guys. This is the last chance. Banyana is in this very tough place.
Believe it or not.
Whether you believe it or not, Banyana is here. 38 seconds in, it is 0-0. Let's see how they're going to play. Left-hand side being prioritized here. Like what we saw in the first game was the right-hand side was where we were looking. But it does seem that Umachia is coming over to the left-hand side, a position that Hilda was struggling with a little bit there. Hilda was struggling with, but I'm holding the lever.
I'm scared, but I'll tie the lever.
Tie the lever. So again, very interesting to see. Close the doors, buddy. Very interesting to see how this game is going to pan out and how Banyana is going to play. But I'm just glad that we're doing something different with the starting lineup, and maybe we can see some other people coming in, because
my lord, I'm tired
of this.
Because there's into one, I mean, I mean,
my lord, I'm not going anywhere. Really, I'm tired of this. Hi, my lord, I'm tired of this.
Hey, thank you, Madanga. Okay, that's very interesting. The ball, Ivory Coast got the ball on the right-hand side there, and everybody collapsed onto the players. I don't know if that's what you want to do. There's a lot of energy there by Abu Machia, but I don't know if you want to chase somebody all the way into the middle. But here we go again. Banyana still in a little bit of control in these first 2 minutes. Nazo. Hey, Ivory Coast. Thank you, Juice. I see Juice. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Karki Figile. Was that Figile? Or Kamete? Yeah, nearly Figile. Maponya, sorry. No Hugo Bruce for Banyana, who stays no. How are you doing, Tins? Ivory Coast game. Come to this game after 4-1 win. Yes, they beat Burkina Faso 4-1. So let's see if they can complete that here. How it's Alang? What do you make of the constant changing of goalkeepers every tournament? Well, one of the things I was saying is that a choice must be made. And maybe the choice is going to be an uncomfortable choice because obviously everybody does like Wandile. But I think Agent was here the other day saying that even in previous seasons, there were seasons where Busija was starting ahead of Udlamini there, Komamrit Sundowns. And Kaylin, for the complaints that we have of her only really biggest weakness is high balls, which is pretty much a weakness for everybody, and maybe playing out the ball from the back. But in terms of keeping, she's not a liability the way that we say she is. She was the starting keeper at the World Cup, and we got through those group stages and got to the knockouts. Now, it doesn't mean that she's like you trust her 10 toes down, Mara. Hey, but I'm just glad that decisions were made. That's all I'm looking at right now. Will it balance out the team? I don't know. Currently, right now, it seems like whatever was happening on the right-hand side with Uramalepe and Mudli Salgado and Tesane has kind of stopped. Like I was saying that I think Umakama is going to play more of a defensive role than going up and adding to the attack, which was, I think, one of the big issues, that you can't have your left and right back leaving and then about Jus Baseleba Botwa with Urifilwe in front of them. And Urifilwe is not quite the same player that she was previously, right? But also, Ayman, is the starting lineup? Oh, so Lamini. Oh, Gamet is playing CDM. Okay, I get it now. Never mind. Gamet is playing CDM. Obviously, again, to try and mitigate for Urifilwe and let Rifilwe play the 8, which is something we were saying she does more of in COTE's Galaxy. She plays a little bit forward. You have to make up for some of the pace that she's lost. And of course, you allow Linda to go up. I'm glad Linda is getting a chance to actually go up and be an 8-ish, 10-ish player, right? So, okay, it seems that Des made the changes. Who said it? Was it Ausclara? Ausclara, you were the one who spoke about Kamete playing CDM, then Dlamini playing at the back, ne? Okay, remember guys, it's interactive show, halftime. I'm gonna let 5 people in to analyze with me. Tell me what you think of the first half, and then if we can reach 20,000 likes, I will keep it open and everybody will be able to jump in. If you're wondering how you jump in and add your voice to the show, you do that by heading over to TikTok right now, following the account, and then when the time comes, you'll click on the multi-guest button, bottom of your screen, blue figure, hugging a pink figure, you press it, I let you in, and we have some conversations about what is going on here on the pitch. Guys, what did you guys feel of Juice's words? Juice was on a live and she basically told people that we don't need your support. How do you feel about that? We had a bit of a debate in the Overthinking Football WhatsApp group, but where do you guys sit on that? As we see a corner here for Banyana. I think Tanzania was a corner goal where the keeper fluffed it and Juice was there to finish it off. I don't know how strong we are in the air normally, but it doesn't seem like these Ivory Coast players are towering over Banyana. So let's see what's going to happen. 6 minutes in. 6 minutes in. Let's see, corner here from Banyana, Dlamini lining up to take the corner. Nigeria and Zambia will be watching us hoping we fail. Oh, Ganje, Niger lost. Niger lost to Malawi, Ghana. Yes. Oh, guys, finish it. Oh, hey, Pela kumele simile.
As a certified media lover, I'm coming on here with the newest media.
Kumele simile. Sminyile, guys, sminyile. Like I said, Banyana's been in control, but they haven't really done anything with the control that they've had up to this point. I think maybe that's some of the differences that we see when South African national teams go and play elsewhere. They don't mind holding the ball, they don't mind controlling the ball. Mara magmele koriwa. They're not as direct, and you'll see a lot of the other countries. We saw to Tanzania as well. The moment they get the ball, Kodi plan siyaphambili. Right? I don't see that a lot with our players across the board. Even with the male football team, it's a little bit like that as well. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Mateko Urmasa says, what the hell are Ronel and Ludwig doing on the bench again? Those are comments coming in from Facebook right now. Let's see what's happening there on the tube. Evan, why some points? Yeah, I'm scared sizokatala, guys. That's the only thing that's scaring me right now. Sizokatala. Okay, today I'm watching the game. I'm happy, says Uwesh. Today I'm watching the game. Yeah, no, that was a collab post. Yes, it's a collab post for 3-man press. We had some issues with YouTube, so unfortunately that's why. What did they say to Juice? There was a post taken out by the Banyana account saying that the player is being dealt with. So I don't know what dealt with means. Amu, welcome. It does seem like Juice is a lot more comfortable with Dlamini. They haven't run into each other. Oh, it's on channel 205. And then also, I believe, on channel 193, if I'm not mistaken. Then you can watch it on sabcsports.com, on the SABC Sports Facebook page, maybe. And then, of course, the DSTV stream app. We are looking not too bad. Wesh, mina ngifuna amagoli. Not too bad with no shots. Hey, ngifuna amagoli wesh. Also, they play together at club level. True. And at least Gamete can give Jane some rest. Well, not rest. Allow her to have less responsibility on her plate. Still not seeing enough of Tembi, and I think that also speaks to the lack of directness. The lack of directness in the game. Like, we're not releasing her. And I worry how Tembi plays in a situation where, the build-up is slow, she doesn't have space. A lot of what happens becomes physical when they do get the ball through. Do you then bring in Abotoneli just for physical presence to bide their time until Ivory Coast gets tired? You bring in Tembi when there's some pace, when your pace can cause some problems because people are tired. Who knows? Tiamo, oh, it was good, man. It was good. It was amazing. It was amazing. No, Wesh. I'm not saying Donnelly, I'm also not saying necessarily that she must go score or do whatever. It's sort of biding time for me, if I'm being honest. Bide some time. Tire out the other team, and then Tembi comes in a broken down game state. Like, the way Tanzania ended, the Tanzania game ended, when it was basketball going back and forth, I think that may suit Tembi a little bit better than the slow build-up. That slow, no, we are eventually going to get to you. You need to release the ball a little bit quicker, I think, if you want to see the best of Tembi. Bongs, she can't show up if you're not getting the ball the way. So, again, 12 minutes in, though, we do look in control, similar to the game we played versus Tanzania. So, hopefully it's not a sucker punch again. Look at how slow we are. Look at how slow the build-up is. That's my worry. Did I see l'Afrique et l'Europe, la Europe? Are those European Union adverts? Oh, okay. Machia goes down. Should have played it through. I think Umachia just loves to run at teams. She's not a patient winger in that sense. Hey Tati. To be fair, Ivory Coast doesn't look that scary. But the rule of African football is that the scary ones, but now Shapa 1-0 out of the blue and you'll be shocked. But here comes Ivory Coast. They keep the ball in. Oh, Nkosiam. You had an overlap. You had an overlap on the other side. Why did you play it that side? Ay, kemnati rinsa. Just checking. UWC. You see, it's tough to gauge whether we're doing well or not. Ah, D. Le nna bang giftile man. I wanna le apere le chains tsa teng. Yeah. Hey, le nna bang phile ke gift. You keep the gifts, guys. I've got so many, not so many. Yo, I've got a Pirates jersey, like the old school jersey, and then I've got this one that I got yesterday as a gift. Here comes Ivory Coast. Here comes Ivory Coast. Ball played out wide. Oh, Nkosiami. Oh, wow, way. Sis. Hey, Cindy. When you get a gift, Shem, when you get a gift, you keep it, man. When you get a gift, I'm building a collection, Lynn. I'm building a collection. One day, 20 years from now, I'll have a room in my house where there's like all of these different jerseys and things. Bo Amazulu, bo Durban City, bo Makesi, bo Chiefs, bo Pirates. But it's crazy how Pirates, even after I did that kit thing, the PSL kit check, where I was telling people, basically the idea is, guys, let's support the other PSL teams, try and get as many jerseys as you can. My goal is to get all 16. But Pirates has been the only people that have gone, hey, Tswara. Hey, Tswara, Kie. You're not even a Pirates person, Maraki. We see what you're doing, come through. Pirates has been good to me in that sense. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, there was that's where I think the danger lies a little bit. There have been overloads that have been happening. And it's just that Ivory Coast hasn't been able to see those overloads. So previous to this chance that went over, when I was saying the wrong decision was made, she tried to play it they were attacking on the left, trying to play it straight down the line, when there were 3 players lined up next to her that could have made an overload pass to Umaponya. So I think Banyana still has an issue with rest defense, have an issue with, okay, who's staying behind, Pushabani, what happens when we're in danger? You saw them clumping. But this Ivory Coast team hasn't been able to take advantage of that as of yet. But Nazo, there they go again. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. One more pass. Ooh. 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 Nazo. Oh, Nkosi yami.
Awukhonali shame. Do you believe it or not?
Yo, Nkosi yami. Yo, Nkosi yami. Yo, Nkosi yami.
Like, I feel like sometimes, like, you know what? You know, I'm not, like...
Yo. Cindy, you must stay. Ha!
Kasongo, yeah. Mumbali nanga. Kasongo, mbona wewe.
Guys, we could be going home, guys. Guys, we could be going home.
Comedy chapisi. Comedy chapisi. Comedy chapisi. Uraf. No, I think comedy pabrukam ge. Uraf bafethu unzima.
Bafethu. Ay, correcto. Ay, ayibona.
It's what I was saying. It's tough to gauge whether you're playing well or not because you haven't created danger or chances. And again, one of the big differences between the rest of Africa and possibly the rest of the world is the urgency with when you have the ball. 2 or 3 times I spoke about the overload, I spoke about some of the positioning. I think Juice's positioning for that goal, right? Like old school coaches would tell you that rather die with your person on the inside than to stretch too far out and have that person beat you. Because they were sending both Makama. They were sending both Makama and Dlamini and Makama. They were sending them both out. Oh, Dlamini and Juice both went out. And the ball comes from the middle. And even if you didn't score that goal, again, think about the far side. That's what I was saying. The far side is going to be the issue because there's always an extra person in an overload. Oh, Nkosi yami. Yo, Nkosi yami. Guys, stay. They're not playing well, but we stay. Come on, guys. They usually play the 4-3-3, but look, I in a video I did after the Algeria games, I said it feels like Banyana is at a crossroads right now, and I think we're trying to keep everybody happy. We're still building up way too slow for Tembi. Like Tembi would want to play in the Ivory Coast team, or even in the Tanzania team, because the moment they get the ball, they are pushy ball, like pambil. We don't need to be touching it and building up slow, right? That gives her opportunities to go 1v1. That gives her opportunities to be dangerous. But if you're still going to build up and hold the ball and nijige, yay, nijige, I think the teams have realized that, you know what? Just stay patient. Relax. Don't jump out. Ninga papi. Just hold the line. And Banyana will give you back that ball. Right? And the moment you win it back, take advantage of their positional and tactical discipline, ill discipline. So like I was saying, you have to do one of two things. It's either you build the ball and play it, which is then when I said, maybe you start Donnelly, not because Tembi's a bad player, but you start Donnelly because you're saying, you know what, Iba, that presence, just for the time being. Then if we are going to play it slow and not score, we'll wait for the breakdown of the game later on, which is where you'll bring in Abu Hilda, where you'll bring in Abu Tembi. But you have to make that decision. Because one of the big problems I see is the midfield. Notice how the ball is playing around. How many touches do you think Linda's gotten? Fifi. It might even be time to say, guys, again, you're good. It's not that you're bad that you're taking you out, but you're not being effective. Because this is not good. This is not good. Banyana not playing well at all. I've seen a better Banyana. That's the sad part, Kulia. The sad part is that I'm shocked at this Banyana that I'm watching. Like, this is not the Banyana I'm used to. And maybe Jermaine was important. Swart is leaving her poles like Bafana's Williams, and fullbacks overlap too much, says Tubelihle. Let me see what's happening on the other side. Like, I don't know, do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm seeing a lot of things happening, but angazi ukuthi what the plan was meant to be. And even the team spirit, even when, like, it's small things, man. If you watch the national anthem, oh, people look angry, man. People look angry. Now they're playing long balls and they won't win the second ball. They're playing long balls too late. They're playing long balls too late. You've seen that Machia likes to run. There's no point for Machia to start running at the halfway line. There's no point. Umkhipe came in. Man, sometimes small details have big impact. No, I think something's happening behind the scenes. And the sad part is that life has a way of forcing you to make a choice. Again, life has a way of forcing you to make a choice. And then we're looking at, I can't even, I was going to say we're looking at Brazil 2027. Doesn't look like we're going to get there. But now you're going to have a long, hard look at yourself and say, okay, now that this tournament has forced us out, it might be the trigger. Because you know that, okay, fine, maybe Abu FIFA are not going to come back after. For the next WAFCON, for the next World Cup. I don't think they'll be coming back. So maybe it forces you to have a long, hard look and be honest. And I think, unfortunately, it would be nice not to be forced to do that, but it looks like they're going to be forced to do that, if we're being honest. Can't believe Bafana looks better than this. How do you play long balls and there's no Donnelly to use those long balls? Nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors. Look, I said some things in my review about that it seems like there's factions for some reason. But, Mara Tubelihle, the experience, exactly, like, it counts for nothing. And it's not just Abo Tembi. Guys, this team, Abo Kamete, Nabo Dlamini to a degree, Nabo Makama to a degree. It's not like they're new to this team. Abo Kasan are not new to this team. Yes, maybe they didn't get chances, but yo, it's tough, man. Oh, it's tough. Gunzima. Yeah.
Hey! Stunya, guys, Stunya. Stunya.
Kunzima nganyama. Kunzima. Futhi nganje kunzima ngasa.
Think about it, just straight open play. We haven't seen anything. Look at how they go back in Ivory Coast. Look at one ball out in the box. I'm not a guy that likes stats like box entries, but look at how quickly Ivory Coast transitions. Win the ball back, play it out, put people into 1v1s. Again, I think that's a team that Tembi would want to play for. Those 1v1s that you see, the type of ball that was played there, that's the type of ball that Tembi wants. You could argue maybe even Machia. But look at them. Look at Ivory Coast's intent with the ball. The moment they get it, they're like, listen, guys, half of our possession has been in our own half or by the halfway line. Just by the way. Just by the by. Look, Pegasachiga. Look at where Kaylin has to go up to. I don't understand why, but look at where Kaylin has to go up to. Look at the structure. By the time you want to release the ball, by the time you want to play it long, the defense is set. By the time you want to play those hopeful passes, look, you're asking Tembi to fight a defender, which she does very... Look, you're asking Tembi to do... Tembi has to be physical. No, Toto, Minangiti, I'm not saying play long balls for the sake of playing long balls. Oh, hydration break. Hola. I'm not saying play long balls for the sake of playing long balls. What I'm saying is, if you're going to counter. So you see the ball that Ivory Coast played right now, where they go, we've got the ball, there's the space, they've committed people, hit the ball early so that the defender's chasing the ball, I'm chasing the ball. That's what Tembi thrives in. Most of the goals, if you watch a lot of the goals that Tembi scores for Banyana, they come from that situation. But if you're going to just let them all sit back and then pass out just because you're in trouble, that's where the issue's going to come from. If you're going to let them sit and get into their defensive things, now there's going to be trouble. And these ones are smart. Look at what they're doing to Tembi. Tembi is not used to being tough. Hey, Mara Kaylin. Oh, Mara Kaylin, Mara Juice. They're not used to being tough. So these ones are now just timing her mentally. That was a useless goal. Oh, I only found out recently that most of them... No, they're in their 30s. This has been a golden generation for a while, guys. 4-1, 2-3 systems are too much pressure to handle. That's why you got to pick your moments. I think for Ivory Coast, even for Tanzania, it's not that they played amazing or looked amazing or had all the stuff. They just understand. And this is what Banyana used to do. You've got your back four. You've got somebody in the middle. If not Refilo Jani, you have Biana. They used to sit. It used to be Menjik. One of the front three, Hilda, Tembi, Jermaine, Linda sometimes on the build-up and Linda following up. It was, guys, we are going to get you the ball and you guys are going to do something about that ball and we're going to get it to you early enough that you can have some effect. But if you don't want to play that football, then you have to sacrifice some people then, unfortunately. What annoys me is the long balls. I can't believe this team won the competition. 2022! 2022! It hasn't been a long time ago. The tactics they use, it backfires and the coach doesn't see problems coming. Why is Khatlana the one trying to defend the counter? No, Jermaine is a big reason, but guys, you can't hold on to Jermaine indefinitely. I love Jermaine. Jermaine's like one of my favorite players and people. She just won the league, I believe, in Mexico. Ooh, that's a corner. That one is a corner. That one is a corner. But you have to make plans past the players. So this is what we were speaking about when we were speaking about Bafana, when we were speaking about Banyana. I've been saying this for a couple of years that, guys, what's the plan going to be outside of even the people I'm calling for to come in? Abobiana, they've been in the team. Who's next? Are we going to skip them? Jole Kabutalia? Are we going to skip them like Bowendi? I know there's injuries and things, but there should be a new crop of players that's leading this. Abo Knox, not Cole has been with this team for how long? Netwin Slag. Those are the people who are asking to save and change Banyana. But at some point you have to go, hey guys, yeah, it's been great, but we need new blood here. It's been great, but CBC can't be here all the time. We need to make sure that Abumbogazi can come through. Not that Bafana did it perfectly. Also, they also did it because of issues. Look at Tembi, Sheba. Sheba Tembi. Now you're asking Tembi to beat 3 players instead of putting her in a situation where she just has to beat 1. Kole Tembi has shown your eye, Tembi. That's offside though. Hey, that's a bad offside. Tembi. You were kicking the ball in jail without winning the first and second ball. The selection was Felix based more than merit. Sorry, but it's time to change the coach. Desiree, it's enough, says Amo. I think they're missing Biana. But imagine having to call Biana back in. That's what I'm saying. There were standbys for so long that they got old. Kolosa Biana is 31. She's 31. That's who we're calling. Because we haven't even been able to see, oh, there we go, another one. Oh, there we go, another one. Nkosiami. Oh, Nkosiami.
Guys, lang disappoint batho ba baholo.
Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Also, straight down the middle. I wish. Oh. Same thing.
Hey, my lord, mina ngikhathele manje.
My lord, I'm tired of this now.
Because sezinto eyi-1 siyale nale ngikhathele. I mean, akunala siyakhona la. I mean,
My lord, I'm not going anywhere. Really, I'm tired of this. Aye, my lord, I'm tired of this. Kotabanyo, ya squeeze, ya freeze. And I want to get I'm waiting. It's okay.
You're gonna be exposed again. Hey, Banna. These people are just looking for the ball in behind. Look. Hey, Juice, don't look at her. Please cover. Hey, Banna. Yo, I'm so... Hi, maybe the age is over, guys. The last WAFCON maybe was the big clue. The way we went out of the last AFCON. Maybe this is it, guys. Maybe this is it. I couldn't have bested play, Simon. Share, Banje. We literally won this 4 years ago, to believe 4 years ago. Yo! We're gonna be cooked. Anyway, 2-0 the score is currently. Now you want to find pace in your play. Maransaye Muva. You see Tembi telling Majia, guys, play the front two. Oh my God. Shaba counter. Shaba counter. Shaba counter. Shaba counter. Gone. Gone Ganje. Gone Ganje. Gone Ganje. Hurry, counter. Mararef, play the... Allow play to go on so we can... Oh my gosh. Oh, 4 years. Oh, goalkeeper, very boring. Guys, there's no World Cup, guys. We're not going to the World Cup. We're not going to the World Cup. Ha, 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 ha. Out-physicaled, outran. Like, just everything out today. And I'm telling you, these teams are literally just going, have the ball. No, have it, guys. Have it. It's okay. We don't need to do anything because y'all are not going forward. Oh, Fifi's out of it. Oh, Fifi. I'm tired of Fifi. Better. One of the best players we've produced. But guys, maybe Ludwig should be playing, guys. Maybe Ludwig should be playing here. Maybe Ludwig should be playing. Maybe it's time, guys. As the time doesn't knock, guys. Time doesn't knock. I love Ufifi. As a player, the midfield that she used to hold, A1, I love that thing, but Ludwig played the last 5 minutes, I think, of the last game. Do you know what this feels like? You know, in the World Cup, when you look at about Netherlands and countries like that were hot at some point or had a lot of potential. No. I'm saying Ludwig midfield. Kipujane. Yes. Thank you. Why must this only happen when it's crunch time? That's when you start playing faster. That's when you start playing balls through. That's when you start using Tembi's pace. Why must we wait until go? Don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. No, I don't think she's injured. I don't think she's injured. Look. Watch. One pass. Even if they lose the ball, Ivory Coast, you know where they were going. Even if they lose the ball, you know exactly where they were going. Linda, we don't have time. We don't have time. Please. How? 44 minutes in. Half time, I'm going to let 5 people in. We're going to have a discussion about what we saw in the first half. Then, guys, I'm looking. Kupani Tatin scream, guys. I know Rajiwa, but Kupani Tatin scream, guys. Please tap the screen. I'm looking for 20,000 likes. Then in the second half, I want to hear more from what you guys are seeing and allow people to come in and speak to me. 4 minutes to be added on here. Then we're going to go into our halftime analysis where I'm going to let 5 people in to just tell me what they're seeing from this game. Yo, Nkosiami. Hashem, the ref is trying, eh? The ref is trying. Mara cameraman. Why is it? You know these camera people and these directors are so messy. Yafiwa is 2-0 and then you show us Kaylin and then you show us Andile. Hey, barata drama, man. Tembi is tired because she can't get the ball. Guys, football sometimes is not rocket science. Sometimes when you have a fast player, you say, don't come back. Don't come back. Don't go to the wing. Don't do all of those things. Our job is to trap the ball and release you. You see where Linda's playing, right? Oh, Nazo. Nice one. Kabete. Yo. Group stages. Imagine group stages. No, Kamete did the Lord's work there. That was a very smart thing she was doing. Refilwe. Not like this. I don't know what I'm watching here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not like, look at. Watch. I want you to time it. Into the box. Are you seeing? Every time Ivory Coast has had a meaningful attack, let's say at least 80% of the time, they find a way to get to the box. And they put their players into 1v1 situations. I'm faster than you. They seem a little bit more technical up there, up top. Every single time. Look, then you play. Why are you... Nazo. Samashine. They're going. They don't care. Guys, they don't care. Ugul toucher, to rotate it, doing all. They don't care. Why? Oh, Nkosi yami. You see the extra person? Do you see the extra person? Do you see what I was telling you about the extra runner? Usually on the right-hand side. If Libona Ivory Coast wasn't so up to play that ball directly in, they could have had the 3v1 there. Kiotembi, look, Kiotembi has to beat 3 players to do something. Anyway, I believe we're going to be sitting at halftime right now. The people that are let in now, please just relax a little bit. I'll come to you and let you in and let you know when to talk. I just want to get my stuff right here. Oh, Nkosi yami. Oh, 2-0. Oh, Nkosi yami. Let me just get the things right. Amu, welcome. What did you see from that first half?
To be honest, thank you, Braoti. I'll be first and the panel and all, and as well as the fans. No, to be honest, we won't come back when I see now because there's a lack of creativity.
Yeah.
We missed that lady, but in Jeremy, the one we have written. Yeah, she was that. Yes, thank you for that, Oti. She was very creative, to be honest. I don't know what happened. Maybe salary, whatever, to the staff. I don't know. But to be honest, bro, Oti, this is if we lose this game, and I cannot see anything that will be gonna, produce result. To be honest, because that lady is not there. But the same squad, we need to change, bro, Oti. I understand we upload them. We won AFCON with this squad, similar squad. But what I can say, we need to change. Starting from the coach, we need to have a man leading this team, to be honest. Just a suggestion.
Why do you need a man?
I need a man because a man is someone who knows football, right? Number one, you understand? Someone like Nel Tovi, for just give you an example, right? Will bring that thing out. Now, this is how to play football. Football need to be. I'm just giving example like Tovi. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying we must hire Nel Tovi, but we need a man to coach the squad. That's my point, Braoti.
I don't know. Even if you're gonna say a man, what else like people, Coach Jerry? Hey, anyway, I'm gonna come back. Hey.
Okay, thank you.
I don't wanna get the half time. Hey, we'll have the big one there. Tuli.
Yeah, Mr. Uti.
Uthini Ntuli hey kunzima man.
Uyayazi le sound ethi oh Nkosi yami sothini ebantwini.
Yo hayi.
Hayi no Mr. Uti man ilokhu njana Ivory Coast man they came bane game plan they are well structured off the ball. So nje bona yonke into ibahambela kahle because if ade qala igame vele bona they won their first match so abantu under pressure la to try and score South Africa. So bona they came with their game plan uthi it's fine, so banika ibhola as long thina sibavalela wonke ama spaces try ukuzama ukuthi kuba creative, and then sizoba catcha ngebreak yabo, because it's almost the same thing eTanzania in the first game. Nje Tanzania didn't do much, but they just put in a route one football and then bekore goal yabo. And this team here Ivory Coast, it's they have more Polish players as compared to Tanzania, so I don't think we stand a chance.
Mara labanta beko Polish tuli.
I know they are Polish.
Direct nje.
Mr. Utiba buksisebuka that number 12 all up ngezansi, and that other lady ole phezulu ojenjikan. Those players ba Polish, Mr. Uti. They not scrappy, they're not that good, but they are decent.
Okay.
That's why bekhona nje ukudlula uzobona nje second half. Basazosingena labantu Mr. Uti. Mhlawumbe sekuyisikhathi ukuthi sishaye system reboot, I don't know. It's a sign. I don't know. Mhlawumbe kushaye system reboot mhlawumbe. Yabo nje we miss ulokhunjani. Yabona if Jessica Wade was here, maybe besoba ne play ebizokhona ukuprogress ibhola ibe creative yabo. Isulimazile injury yakhe. But nje Mr. Uti hayi la I think isazo collect more goals.
Before I bring in Dr. Pepreza, guys, there's so many, Coach Tina, Coach Mod, Coach Dunga, I guess about Coach Jerry, if you're gonna go that route, like there's so many about Coach Shorty, there's so many coaches. I don't know if it's a coaching problem more than it is golden age is done. We were riding these players for so long. Now life forces you to have to change, and maybe the change has to come with some of the coaches that are now modernly coaching what is deemed to be modern football. Bona abo Coach Motilaba, abo Coach Tina, abo Coach Dunga, Coach Shorty, Coach Jerry. But anyway, Dr. Pepreza, what's happening here?
Ntate Mokoena, friendship.
Shaki mnati.
King,
Group stages, WAFCON.
Bona tate. Wakiti matatari waniva. They punish tactical mistakes. Number one, 4-1-2-3 system. That's what is the reason why they cannot play. You can't play one defensive midfielder and two center midfielders and think what's going to happen. Iting abantu bayo, number one. Number two, that thing ukuthi idinga reboot system. No, South Africa yonke idinga reboot nje straight from top to bottom, from bosses to coaches and players, nama staff, whatever that is. The thing is when they punish tactical mistakes, because they give bashi pesa vuliwe behind, number one. Number two, and Ivory Coast bona on and off the ball, they are organized. But organized in that.
Yeah.
That's the and Tina's limes auntie.
Can I ask you, just in general in our football in South Africa? You know, a lot of people would say Ivory Coast is boring, Ivory Coast is not adding anything, whereas it might just be technical and tactical and being disciplined and waiting for your chances. Is that a problem for us in general in South African football, which is fuluba mnandi, bengathi kumnandi?
Bona ntate, wakitsi matata king. Matata is that most of the times off the ball asikho mnandi. Inkingi ileyo, asikho strict. HIV1 le. So kumele nginikeze abanye ithuba bethi bekhulume kahle, so that ngizothi upgrade kahle full time ngikutshene kahle kwenzekalani.
No, thank you, Topep. Let's go to Tubelihle. What's happening?
Hey, uthi mfethu, yabona mina abangisho I'm not used to like watching women's football but ibhola ngiyalibuka. Angifuna ukuthiwa in cha ibhola ngiyalibuka. You cannot play three at the back knowing very well you have an aging squad. An aging squad and three at the back is never a good idea because they're going to use that age to capitalize in those spaces. I don't even know how many times I've seen in and out against Ivory Coast. Take the ball, put it on the spaces, run. Whole time run. They're literally playing simple football. Yeah. It's what they are taught and it's what they are playing in Europe because majority of these women are playing in Europe. Is when I get the ball, push the ball forward. Asifuna ukubatayela siyaphambili kuphela. Balahla. And my second thing is the defense line is not straight. It's literally skewed. You cannot be marking one person about two. Essentially, it's two women lapani concerned. Very bazo capitalizing those spaces that you leave. Those two goals were caused by that. They were caused by those two spaces they were leaving. And three, Uswarte has been coming out of the post for the whole 45 minutes. And Baboni Luguti, we don't need to go close. As long as we are in a shooting range, I
can hear you.
Like, I do not understand why they keep repeating the same mistake. This is the same mistake they were repeating in 23 we World Cup. They are doing it again.
So then how do you fix it? What do you think? Is it something that can be fixed in a tournament or is it something that we have to sit down with?
Okay, I'm not talking about what happens after the AFCON. I'm talking about what's happening now. Play forward the You have to play forward the back because this is an aging squad. And even in men's football, when it's an aging squad, the legs go first. No matter it can be women, it can be men. The legs go first before anything. So play forward the back to cover those spaces where they usually expose you in. And then have a number 10 who can break down the defense. Auku number 10. Umotlalo is actually playing left midfield. For what? Yeah. She's a number 10. She's not a left midfield. If not, Fagu Ludwig, she can also break the attack and she's much younger, which means she still has the legs to go forward. But Velutis Rewabaninkan, someone like 23. 23, she was very stubborn about placing the players that had to play the World Cup. What happened? We only scored one goal tournament, dog, just for a round of 16. Yeah. Third place play with third place man. Look, everything is bad because she's stubborn. Eutes is very, very stubborn. But it's fine. We can't say anything. But at this very moment, they are literally exposing us. Uguti, trade the back is not going to work for you. We are very fast. Very, very fast. Whether you like it or not, Sonshi ni pegile. Our strategy, ni pegile Sonshi. 2 goals.
Let me go to Fezile. Fezile, hey, we don't have words even.
Hi, OT man. I think this is Siswamuyang better. I think it's been a while. Like in Bugeli Banyana. I think the last time I watched the Banyana was at the World Cup. But I'm not impressed, and it's quite surprising. Go to the same players we saw at the World Cup. They're still the same players that are playing here. Abumachi, Ambane. Yeah, like I would have expected about Ludwig, Ubanu Tonelli to start the match a bit because they're a bit younger. Like, first of all, the distance between our midfielders and our strikers, even our defense, the gap in the middle of the park is too huge. It's too huge. I think with the first 15 minutes, we could have seen that and speed. So we need to play shorter passes. This thing of aerial balls, like, it's not gonna work. Like, they outmuscle us like 10-1. I'm not even sure that lady who scored that brace is 18 years old. No, they are too strong for us. And most of our play is going down the left with Umachia down the left and Umutlalo for bits and pieces of the match. I think just play down the middle more, play more football than trying to force going forward. Because you're trying to force going forward, you play a long ball, then who's that lady, man? Or celebrating a copra, Umutlalo, the striker.
No, Khatlana, Tembi.
Yeah, Khatlana, man. He's one against 3 defenders. Is not going to do anything. Yeah, bo. But if you played more, just play ball. Just quit the aerial football. Just play ball. Play it on the floor. See if you can move them. And we saw that they easily concede fouls when you're comfortable in the ball. We saw Cesane got an easy foul from that lady who scored the brace. Just play ball, maybe just play ball. I don't like this thing of us playing football like we're panicking, because we've been playing like we're panicking from the get-go. Ball, it's like we don't have a plan. It's like asamben soldan. If they could just play the ball, babe comfortable, umutlala figures or pick up the ball, athole ucesana drop it, just play it. Bazamu combine. Those ladies concede fouls and we can eat with those free kicks. Spare more clinical ngalama free kicks. And Uswart, man, Agabe more composed. We were not supposed to concede the second goal. Maybe with the first goal we sing at all. But the first goal, if you zo pume boxing lako, rather puma fully ge well shang is fuba or kanunga pumu pelele halfway. That's an easy giveaway. Pumu pelele full, commit a foul, get a yellow or something. Yeah, but just do something. But to pumu pelele halfway, besu pega mat defend to Kaizandla. Benze numbani. No number 7 lapha ayikho into abazoyenza because uphumile wena epalini and you had enough cover because they were still running back. Let them just play ball, man. We can still get this because these ladies into abayithembele speed and everyone behind the ball. With speed, everyone behind the ball, as long as you have the ball in your own half, you drop in, you pick it up. It's the same thing as Sundowns, which you have possession, but sometimes we just keep the ball, find those spaces, free kick corner, we could eat there. For time, I'm going to jump in. Guys, please tap the screen until we get to 20,000. I'm looking for 20,000. Then I'll leave it open in the second half. But for time's sake, Amo, I just need your prediction. Score prediction?
Score prediction, 3-0. Because it seems like these people are pregnant. Sorry.
And Tuli, score prediction?
Azocosha la Mr. Uti. Maybe 4-1.
Okay. Dr. Pep?
Yabona lapho kwamanje ngizothi 4-0 ayisodlewa nje soba out nje, we are out early.
Tubelihle?
I'm saying 4-1 Khatlana consolation.
Fezile?
If we play football in the second half, we're tying it 2-2.
Okay.
Tying it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no, thank you. Thank you, Fezile. Guys, just a reminder, can we talk football here, guys? When we do all of these other things, and guys, can we talk about the football? And you know it's a rule here. I'm not going to entertain a lot of the other stuff. What you see on the pitch is what you see on the pitch. We together, Nalena, and this and that, and yeah, no, we don't do that here. Just by the way, if you are new here, please, if you're new here, we don't do that. So we're gonna snip that in the bud now. Very easy, very early right now. But anyway, we are heading into the second half. It seems like Hilda has come in for Umachia. So let's see what the second half has for us. I think for me, my issue is, again, I was saying, you got to make choices. And when you make the choices, you got to understand what your choice is going to be. Last game I said, if you're going to play Fifi, make sure that there's legs around her to cover what's happening. If you're going to play some of the older defenders, make sure that there's cover around them and maybe put some young players around them. I used the example of Messi, where I was like, Argentina understands that Messi's a little bit older, so that means that the other guys, Abola Tauro and those guys, Abo Enzo, are going to have to do the running for him in order to have him on the pitch, right? You got to take the load off, but you got to figure out how to be a little bit smarter with how they're going to play this ball, right? I think my biggest problem is that there's no sense of urgency. I want to see urgency. You saw how much better Banyana looked at times after going 2-0 down, and now they're rushing to get the ball up, because one of the big problems here is that we've been playing slow. Mina guys, I understand we want to play the football and touch the ball and do all of those fancy things and tiki-taka and all of that. But if you know what Banyana was, similar to what this Ivory Coast team is, it's, you know what, guys, everybody Know your assignments. We send people forward. Tembi runs at them. Jermaine runs at them. Hilda runs at them. The front three magic something when they get up top, right? But now, again, if you make the decision to bring people on, you can't have Tembi fighting for high balls that are static. You're looping balls over and having her fight, right? So when she gets the ball, even they know which she's not used to this thing. You see the defenders getting the little fouls because Tembi's being more rougher than she normally does. She doesn't live that life, right? So again, you have to make the choices. And I think the biggest choice that Banyana is going to have to make is, guys, we're going to have to suck for a while. We may have to suck for a while. We may have to lose the golden generation and force a new one to emerge. But you can't keep squeezing the juice. The juice will end at some point. But in any case, Magia did come on for, Magia came off for Hilda. Hilda Machaya has come on. Let me go to Sinja. Sinja, it is 2-0 right now. Is there any hope?
No, look, I don't. I'll tell you why. I hear what you are saying, né? But I want you to be also honest with your desires. Both goals came exactly when they stopped playing tiki-taka, when they were doing exactly what you're asking them to do.
Yeah.
That's when we lost the ball on the transition play that you wanted us to play, and we were caught.
Not the one I wanted to play.
No. You are asking what you are asking them to do is exactly why is how they lost the ball and conceded the 2 goals.
I disagree, but okay.
You see, when you are playing what they were originally doing, controlling the ball and having the ball on the back foot, every player was behind the ball, and they started now to get confidence and wanted to go forward. Both goals, both your 3 at the back, one is over there, and the 2 is very skew, which gives you 3 pockets, which Ivory Coast exploited just behind them. And both exploitation led to 2 goals.
Okay.
Now, this is where I have a problem. You've got players that are in the national team, but how many of them are club champions?
Oh, quite a few of them.
Think back.
Quite a few of them.
Continentally.
Continentally. Oh, you mean the Star? Yeah, there's a lot of these players have the Star. They're from the Sundowns.
Recently.
A lot of them are from. No, you see, that's why I was saying that. Okay, not recently, because last year the teams didn't qualify even.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Mr. OT. Is that you've got a national team that is summed up from players that are coming from lack of club success. Even those that are playing overseas. Let's go and look at their clubs that are playing for.
Well, Jermaine just won the league.
Jermaine and who else?
No one else. I'm just saying, Jermaine just won the league. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Mr. OT, you have not summed up a squad of players that are coming from club successes. Now you are dealing with players that have, I believe, personally, they've reached the threshold. They are not as hungry as they used to be. They've had the success, they've been poster girls, they've been Women Crush Wednesday, they've done it all. They've been superstars. And you can tell from how these players are playing, they are no longer, I'm a breadwinner, they know the bread now.
Yeah,
you know,
and like a Morata.
You know, let's look at her. Is she playing like a breadwinner? These girls, Mr. OT, they've reached it all. They've got wives, they've got everything nowadays. They are no longer playing like they used to play. And I agree
Is
with
it,
you.
is,
I
is
agree
it,
with you.
could it be, sorry, just to add on, could it also be that they've watched generations of other players that could have and should have? You know, I mentioned Botalia Smith a lot. Schmidt, I mentioned Bo Nicole Michael, I mentioned Bo Wendy Shongwe. Like, they've even watched them and been like, "Hi, man, I don't even have competition. I've watched my competition basically die," if that makes sense.
And secondly, Mr. Oti, from here, what next? Do you get what I mean? What next? Why should they play their socks off? What they're playing for? What, $2 million dollars? And how much are going to get from that?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I think it's time for this whole squad to be scratched off and start a new one of players that want to demonstrate, use this platform to get where these players are. I think that's the goal for me. Our get these players who still wants to shine, who wants to use this opportunity to better their football careers. Because seriously, Tembi, what more can Tembi do? Which other platform and stage is Tembi fighting for? And you can see, even this goalkeeper, what is she doing? What is she actually doing? You know, there's no structure. She's not commanding her defenders. Instead, she's yelling at them after the goal is scored. She's not looking at their blind spots. She's not calling for danger. She's not calling for them. She's not controlling them. She's just sitting there. And I wonder, why does this player keep playing for Nyana Banyana? This goalkeeper, I really have a problem with her. I think she's cousins with the coach.
CJ, don't do
No,
that.
let's be honest.
Let's keep it. Don't do
Let's
that.
be honest. You've taken out. What's his girl's name? Andile, who has made humongous saves in the previous game. This goalkeeper has not made a save in this whole match. And she's going to play against another one. Why do you keep... We're not surprised at this performance. You know...
I hear you, but then for time's sake, CJ, your prediction for this game, and baby, I want to be unfair to you. Realistically, what's your prediction for the end of this tournament? Like when things are said and done, how do you think that's going to break down SAFA-wise?
Sorry, my network cut it off again. You said, what is my prediction for what?
Your prediction for this game, but then your prediction for after this tournament. Realistically, what is SAFA going to do?
Look, my prediction for this tournament is that we're going to go home. We're not going to make it out of the group stage. Prediction of SAFA is that they don't have the guts to fire the coach and cancel the contracts of these so-called senior players. They're going to keep Des because she's the one who can coach without being paid. There's no other coach. They're not willing to get other coaches out of the contracts that they are in. It's a disgrace that club coaches are way paid than our senior coach, and they are not. You can't get them out of those contracts anyway.
Okay.
Other than that, it was good supporting Banyana. We tried, guys. Come on.
For time, I'm going to jump in. I saw a comment before I let Murray in. I saw a comment where somebody was saying, or maybe the other teams have progressed. That's the point we're making, that you're really good. You are the best. But if you don't progress and you don't move forward and you don't make tough decisions and you don't plan for the future and you don't bring in new blood, right? A lot of these teams have 17, 18-year-olds that are breaking through right now. A lot of the senior players keep on at 24, 25. A lot of the players that are now coming into a lot of these squads, AFCON, for example, are now building off of the success of whatever little success was had previously. Now they've got players that play overseas. They are at where Banyana was when Abo Refilo were playing. I think she was playing AC Milan. When she was playing Atletico, right? When they were playing at the top levels of everything, that's where a lot of the other countries are, but we've neglected it. And I think it's twofold, because even COSAFA, Coach Des is incredible, because Coach Des doesn't need much. Coach Des will coach us in our necks. And it forces them not to have to do the hard work of figuring out what comes next. You see, like, for example, now with Hugo Bruce leaving, and fine, it's been, what he had the press conference, you are forced to do a lot of work. But if Hugo Bruce could stay, and you had a team that won an AFCON and a team that did well at the World Cup and all of that stuff, I bet you they wouldn't have moved him, for example. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Right now, we're 2-0. Ivory Coast 2-0 versus South Africa. Ivory Coast playing a much more subdued game. South Africa still trying to get their touches together, but still lacking some of that danger up top. Murray?
Hey, bro, how are you, man?
I'm not good, Murray. I don't know why you're asking me how are you when we're losing 2-0. I'm not.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're all not good, man. We're both not good. And, you know, like, I think I came in and gave an opinion on the last game. And I said, this is a typical Banyana game. There was nothing wrong with the last game. The only difference was that they did not convert the chances, you know? And then obviously a loss perpetuates a negative sentiment. Then everybody starts criticizing. Then the coaches gets pressure. Then whatsoever. Then look now. She substituted Andile. She substituted who's on the right, the Mamelodi Sundowns winger? Ramalepe. Because Ramalepe did the mistake and then Andile considered the goal on the near post. Then the pressure got to her. She changed the team. Now it's a worse team. This is a worse team than the last match. Because there's no opportunity here, not even one. And this is a more difficult game because we are under pressure. Ivory Coast already won one game, and then they are playing on the counter. They are taller than us. They are stronger than us. That means we need space behind them, and they are not going to give us that space. So I hear what the previous guy was saying. Yes, the squad is a little bit older, but this squad is not so bad, guys. It's not so bad. And yes, the coach can do with bringing in younger people. The younger people, there's a striker called Khoza. There's also this one she brought along. What's her name? I forgot the colored lady. Zoe October. Also, there's Hadebe on the left flank, who's on the bench also. So we do have people who are coming up. But I feel like the pressure got to the coach and she made unnecessary changes from a squad that did well on the previous game. The only thing they did on the previous game is to lose. That's the only wrong thing they did. But everything else was a typical Wanyana game. You know? So, right now, it's not looking good for us because they're not giving us any space. They're just waiting for us to reach the halfway line. They are heading all the balls. They are taller than us. They are stronger than us. I don't see us coming back to this game, and I don't see us going to the World Cup. And yeah, honestly, my my opinion is that no, Desiree must be let go. But we know that's not going to happen. But that's what I think must happen. Yeah, because her decision making is terrible. Like her decision making is terrible. I don't know if she sees the same match that we see from the outside. Like, I don't know that. Because like the changes that she made from Kalen Swart to putting Maponya on the other side, it just weakened our defense worse. The first goal, where was Kalen Swart? She was far away from a goal. Why was she ahead like that? You know? And then you ask yourself such questions. Like, I don't think such a goal would be scored when Andile Dlamini is in goal. And Andile, yes, made a mistake. But must she be punished for the one mistake that she made on the previous game? One mistake. Actually, the previous game would have lost 3 or 4, but she made a couple of saves, but made one mistake. Then she's punished for that. So yeah, it's difficult because hey, we're gonna bring up challenges they're facing and then make it an excuse for them losing. But I feel like the coach has a big hand in the performance of the way that the team is performing. And I think she also doesn't have a plan now for the way they are playing. She doesn't have a plan for a team that is sitting back and just waiting for you to the only thing they are doing, Bambanani Bane is kicking the ball to the front, and then they head it back. There's no other plan besides that. There's no through passes going through. They are scared to take on players. Everybody wants to just trap and pass. No one is gonna challenge anyone. So it becomes difficult for a team. But to be honest, we can be negative all we want, but this is not a so much bad team. You know?
Moray, thank you so much for holding it down for me a little bit there. I was just having some issues.
Yeah.
Guys, 62 minutes in. We are 2-0 still, with Ivory Coast still leading. Guys, please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me, or if there are some issues or anything. Let me know there in the comments. Moray, thank you so much. Apologies, guys, for that. Hey. Oh, Nazo. Now they're defending. Oh, Nkosiami. Hi, guys. I don't know. So I think, yeah, on my side, you know, I think we need to refresh the tactics. I think we need to refresh the team. I think some real conversations need to be had around Banyana Banyana and around Safa's role with Banyana Banyana. And also, I guess one of the things that we used to complain about with Coach Desiree was that, even she said it, I think, in one of the interviews, where she said that, you know, sometimes I get caught up, I get caught up in the game, and sometimes you don't see the subs. And this, funny enough, was when Abu Coach Shoti was still on her staff. And you're also not seeing that. Like, you're not seeing the full knowledge of the squad, right? And that's also something that's irritating a little bit as well. You know, you bring players along all the time. It's the same questions we were having with Bafana when they were still bringing Abo Motwa and those guys. No disrespect to them, but Abo Motwa and those guys. And then you were saying, look, guys, we've never seen them play. We have never been given a chance. But it also seems like you don't have a plan for them. So this is, I think, also what's playing out here with Banyana Banyana, that what happens when Fifi is not playing well, and Biana is now an analyst on Supersport, because that was the changes. A lot of Banyana Banyana over the years, we've known exactly what was going to happen, regardless of who was chosen. What happens now? You're forced now. What happens when your defense is a bit slower? What happens if Tembi's having a bad day? Who can come in? And when we spoke about the integration of the younger teams, there was that Kosafa team that did incredibly well. I think there was a goalkeeper, Usbia. If it was not last year, a year before, Abosbia did very well. They should be getting chances. Because personally, this whole Andile and Kaylin thing, for me, I'm not going to lie, at some point I want it to be over, because we keep doing the either or. This one's better, that one's worse, this one's better. You know, maybe you just need to go, all right, guys, maybe bring in that under-20 keeper and say, listen. And like I said, maybe you're going to suck for a while. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe part of it is you have to answer the question of who is better, who is worse. Sorry. You have to answer the question of what must come next. Sometimes you must put yourself in that situation. where you go, "Aye, guys, we're forced to now find an answer," because we're not finding an answer here. JJ, look, whether you change the whole team or I'm just saying that maybe you do need to suck for a while. Maybe you do need to then say, "You know what, guys, we're going to bring our average age from 27 all the way down to maybe 22. We're going to try blood in some of the under-20s. We're going to make sure that, you know, some of the varsity football players and some of the Hollywood bets standouts get a chance with Banyana Banyana and get an extended time with Banyana Banyana." I mean, even if you look at the cap situation, Ufifi's got over 150. Lidla Mutlalo was doing 100 last game. Even before that, we still had about Janine van Wyk. About Janine van Wyk, hey, they were sitting on boom 105, 100 and whatever. That's all. Just to be honest. They just... No, look, that has to be a tough situation again. You have to have a tough conversation to say, does Des stay on or does Des leave? I'm not saying she stays, but I'm saying that now you have to have a deep conversation. And that's the hard one. That's the hard one. How do you replace a T? How do you replace a coach that has 4 Coach of the Years, who's got your only WAFCON trophy, who's got knockout rounds at the World Cup? It's tough because whoever walks in, guys, whoever walks in, they need to have the time to do stuff or the goodwill. Bafana. How do you replace Bruce, for example? It's tough, but it must be done. I think the coach is also out of ideas. The older one should retire. Kesane is still on the field. Yeah, Kesane is still on the field. I don't understand it. Oh, Rama's on. Speaking of goalkeepers, our third choice is 31 years old. Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Nechi, Donnelly looks more physical. Why wasn't she playing? This is what I was saying. Maybe it's not to replace Tembi. Maybe give her the minutes to put the defense under pressure, move around like she does, drag defenders just from youth, and then allow Tembi to finish them off. But you have to be smarter with the players you're choosing and all of that. But also, what really needs to happen to activate our players' competitive mindset? Petro, you have to create a competitive environment. Like I'm saying, even from the competition side, when you're looking at this, you're thinking to yourself, when Fifi looks at everybody, is there somebody who scares Fifi? I'm just saying, when Tembi looks around the team, is there somebody who scares? If Jermaine was to say, I'm coming out of retirement today, who would be the player that you would go, no, but we can't bring Jermaine in because... So now they know that regardless, I think Fifi, Juice, a lot of them, Fifi and Juice and even Hilda, they had some bad injuries as well. For example, you walk in and walk straight back into Banyana. What type of competition do you have there? There isn't any. Linda, who does Linda look at in the setup? And also, I just wanted to see, there was a comment that Bongs had made about the pool. The pool's not small, Bongs. The pool is large. The pool is large. But you gotta have the balls. Ay, Ronel. Hebanna. Look at the pace they're playing with now. Where was this urgency? Where was this urgency? Where was this urgency, Tuan?
Guys, like I want to say rock, cause being heard, but I'm back.
They don't lack depth. They have depth. You gotta know how to use those depths. Tembi 1v1. Those are most of her goals, by the way. But the nice thing is that you're playing where Hilda is dragging a defender, Donnelly is dragging another defender. Now she can be one-on-one and do what Tembi does. But you got to be smarter now and say, okay, how do you balance it out? Like I said, late in games break down. Maybe that's the best time. So instead of having Tembi doing nothing for the whole game because the system doesn't work for her, let Tabo Donnelly play Boma 60, 65 minutes and let Tabo Hilda finish that thing off. No, this is Khatlizi. I'm playing these sounds. I'm playing these sounds tomorrow. I don't know why you're saying this, Cindy. Peto. The whole time. Guys. It's not even something. Bongs, it's not even she brought something. It's just energy. When I made the Messi example, Messi gets to walk around at Argentina because Enzo, Lautaro, all of those players do the hard running. Argentina sat down and said, if we're going to play Messi, we have to make sure that Messi's workload is this much so that Messi can finish everything else. Now you can't ask Messi to couch. You can't ask Messi to run for 90 minutes and also do this and also do that. You make tactical changes. Ufifi in the center. Maybe Ludwig is not a good player or a good fit for Abo, but she's got legs. She's got youth. Give your star players off. Okay, Fifi, I don't need you to go cover Abo juice because Kono Mutozo Kichi. Lape move. Maybe you don't bring in a younger player just because you bring them in so that Abo Juice don't have to run as much. If you beat me, you still have to chase that one. Abo Juice, that's what they were. When Abo Nukumato, who were playing at the back, and Abo Chanin were getting older, Abo Juice came in, and they were youthful, and they had energy. I mean, Nuku probably added Boma 2-3 years to her career playing with some of the defenders. Donnelly, my dear. Donnelly is what you've been looking for. First touch. You don't even need a major tactical change. I'm just saying that, like, think about the choices you're making. When I said versus Algeria that it feels like there's two different bananas. So how most of the time it was working was there was defense at Sundowns and there was the front of Tembi. Aguirre. That's actually why I disagreed with Usinje. I wasn't saying play long balls for no reason. If you're going to transition. Ivory Coast was just killing us with, you get the ball, you play it up quick enough so that even if you don't lose that, even if you don't get to the ball or get into dangerous areas, you're still dragging people away from where they need to be. That's what Tembi does. The goal where she scores it from, I know it's not the same situation, but she loves being 1v1 versus defenders. That's her shandies. See, which Salgado? Which Salgado? Nechi, the goalkeeper, Tanzania's goalkeeper, no disrespect, I shame. Tanzania, goalkeeper, The one who gave Juice the ball. 14 minutes left for Banyana to try at the very least salvage a draw. I'm gonna say something controversial about the league situation in the country. I'm gonna say something controversial. Unfortunately, South African women's football, they've done so much with so little. Like the regional leagues always existed, the other things existed. They've been finding like the under 20s, the under 17s, with so little. They've been doing a lot. It's just sad that like the top league then, that's supposed to be then like the promised land for most of the players. Like you can have a team in the ABC Motsepe and the SAFA regionals, but the promised land is the PSL, NFD and PSL. It's so sad that the promised land is still being upheld by scholarships from the universities. You know, Abu Chenin was struggling with funding at some point, but they've done so much with very little. And maybe Nati, in coming in with this whole we know football thing, we must restructure this and do this, maybe we just need to listen to the ladies. How should a league look? What should the league do? Like, I enjoy maybe a little bit of what Hollywood Bets did with bundling the stuff, because some of the challenges were insane. I remember I was sitting with some people and they were telling me that, you know, you'll drive for 24 hours to go play a game and you won't even have lunch or anything. When you land, you start playing. Right? That can be changed by... I had the conversation on the show. Bundle the games like what they're doing now. So I don't have to travel too far away to play games. Maybe you spend a month in Pretoria. But anyway, yes, it does need to professionalize. Them doing so much has led us to being so entitled. Do you think SAFA would allow PSL and private sponsors to take the league away from SAFA? Do you need SAFA's permission? This, by the way, do you need SAFA's permission? Why doesn't our current league listen to SAFA? But anyway. A draw would put us into a better spot-ish, depending on how Burkina Faso play, because Burkina Faso has a worse goal difference. But if you could get the win in the last game versus... Actually, you'd hope that these two would cancel out. So I think the hope would be that Tanzania and Ivory Coast cancel out, and then Banyana wins their game, but it would have to be a very big win versus Burkina Faso to at least make that 4 points have a little bit more weight. But I'm not sure. For those in the know, is it goal difference? Is it head to head? Kinda, how is the WAFCON decided? It's decided like the other CAF tournaments. Please just let me know in the comments who do the people who are in the know with that. Here comes Ivory Coast. Danny has failed. We are low-key in control. Yeah, breakdown, end of the game, Dimpo. I mean, DVC kind of has a better structure. No, Tabang. I just feel like they want something for themselves as SAFA, for sure. Guys, does anybody know what's the deciding factor? Head-to-head, goal difference? Thank you, Tembi. Hey, Tembi Walwana, man. I would have loved it to be all the way fresh at this time. I would have loved it to be all the way fresh at this time. Okay, okay. Wait, let me check. How are decided head to head or goal difference? Let's see. Yeah, head to head first. Yeah, head to head first. Yeah, head to head first, and then head to head goal difference, head to head goal scored, overall goal difference, overall goal scored. Yo, it's tough, eh? It's tough because we could probably sis Dlamini. I don't see the one who scored first on Monday. No, she was in. Juice was playing. Number 13. Guys, we can live in hope. There's 10 minutes left. 14 minutes maybe with added on time. I don't know. Oh, Des. Hi, Coach Des. Why is Coach Des taking off 10? Why is Coach Des taking off Tembi? Okay, hey, Amukelang. I hope Amukelang has some energy for us. And then refill your off for. But why do this 5 minutes? She did this last game.
Hey, my lord, mina ngikhathele manje nje.
My lord, I'm tired of this now.
Hayi, because sezinto eyi-1 siyalena lena le ngikhathele. I mean, akunala siya khona la. I mean,
my lord, you are not going anywhere. Really, I'm tired about this. Aye, my lord, I'm tired about this.
And I was playing midfield. I hope it's some genius thing because there's no way. There is no way that she. Look, Renal wins the first ball. You are making Ludwig players this. Oh, I hope it's some genius thing that works out because I don't understand. I don't understand. Malume Kuzo. who's playing. How do you sacrifice an attacker? All I'm hoping for is energy, I guess. Because no, there's no way.
Do you believe it or not?
Like, I feel like sometimes, like, you know what? You know, I'm not, like...
I think he's making a reason not to select the one. Maratubelihle, not like this. You all should accept that Donnelly is all energy. Says Wesh. Guys. Flying wheelbarrows. I'm still there. I'm still there. So it makes no, like, she just scored, by the way. No, I'm gonna watch it, but wow. No, I'm here, guys. I'm gonna watch it, I hope in that game she just changes the whole squad just to give the others a try. According to Tandega, something's off. I have no words for it. I don't understand. I can't even watch the game. Okay, 89 minutes. And also, amogelang keng ke 10 ke wing ke striker. Cause ke mona ke le ko midfield now. Ne ba mo fostela ko pele. Oh, here comes Ivory Coast again. Pasa Polo. You see what I told you about Ivory Coast? The decision making is their issue. You have an overlapping run in the right. You have a couple of players down the center. You try and physically run. I don't think Ivory Coast is a good team. Personally, I don't think Ivory Coast is a good team. I don't think Tanzania was that good of a team. No disrespect to them. If we don't concede that second goal or even the first one, maybe this looks a bit different, but I don't think decision-making wise, I don't think they're a good team. What must happen for us to progress? Look, I think again, it's time to love and leave certain players, coaching staff maybe, administrators, like, look, guys, it's been real. But we need to go into the unknown now. I think the fear of going into the unknown has put us here. And that's going to be the only thing that's going to take us out of it, if I'm being honest. And again, you're not getting rid of these players because they're bad or they're old or whatever. It's just, look, guys, at this point, we need to force ourselves to start over before it becomes way more inevitable and it becomes really bad. Think Germany. I think it's 3 World Cups. It was 20, they won it 2014, 2018, 2022, 2026. I think the 2 after they won it, they didn't make it out of the group stages, and now it's pretty much the same. So you don't want to get into a place where it's already there, if we're being honest. I think Banyana's there. So you need to force reset, man. And it's tough, that thing, because everybody's like this. And maybe the argument for an objective person, like go find a coach who's not intertwined in South African football. You know, like I think the women's game is very flat. I've said it before, you know. All the coaches coach everywhere and they coach each other and they coach the teams and they coach whatever. It's all very flat. Maybe you need somebody who can come in objectively and look past politics and relationships and history and all of that stuff and go, you know what, guys, this is what we're doing now. Similar to what Hugo Bruce did with Bafana. I think that's what you need to do, unfortunately. I don't know if the change is going to come from internal. It'll have to be somebody who doesn't care. Yes! Breadwinner, is she offside? Oh, please don't be offside. Yo, Hilda. Amara, guys, why don't people listen? Bring her on for physical presence if you're going to play those balls. Have her win the first ball and see what happens from there. Then bring number Tembi to finish off or make Tembi the supporting striker who cleans up. But what's happening? Are we going to VAR? Malume Kutso, is there hope? Malume Kutso, is there hope? Malume Kutso, is there hope? Is it enough? Is that deflection enough? Malume Kutso. If it comes off the defender, technically. Oh, are they looking for a handball too? Oh, VAR, please come through. Oh, VAR, please come through. Please come through. It's either deflection or it's a penalty. Okay, disallowed. Disallowed, no goal. No goal. Mara le wena coach Des wetsa di change ka di last minute le wena coach Des. Oh, nkosi yami. Yo, hey. Guys, I don't even, can I be honest with you? Can I be really honest with you? I'm not calling for Donnelly because I think she's better than Tembi. I don't think I'm not calling on Donnelly because she's, sometimes, and I said it the other day, sometimes, because it's gonna sound bad, but Tonki, Kopile, who's physical, who's big, who can take attention away. If you remember Egypt in the AFCON, there was a striker that they bring on just so that the two defenders have to think about the striker to allow Mamouche and Ashore and Salah to maneuver. If I'm being honest, I from what I've seen from Donnelly's game, I don't rate her very highly in terms of like play, like just pure player. But I'm like, sometimes you do that. Even if you have a good player, sometimes you play Lamine Yamal super wide so that he can drag certain players out of, well, drag attention to that side to allow Bomarino, Libo Olmo, and those guys to function. Sometimes you bring her on because if you're gonna build up slow, half of the job of winning the physical battles is taken away when you've got somebody who can win the first ball. Then you take Tembi, you give Tembi an opportunity to feast off of the second balls, a la Temba Zwane, Libo Mahopa, a la Bomfukeng, Bo Apolis, Libo Mahopa, Libo Mbutuma. That's what I was saying. That's why I was calling for Donnelly. Also to get the defenders tired. She's younger. And then Abu Tembi can eat off of the tired players. Oh no, it's done. It's done. It's pretty much done. 7 minutes added on. We're now 7:37. Okay, I think this will be the last throw of the dice. Done. Wait. Oh, okay, ref. Kalen plays it in long. Ludwig beats into that ball. There's Donnelly again. Hilda! Hilda! 2-2, Hilda! Woo! 2-2. 2-2, Hilda. Guys, can I get my flowers? Kupa di flowers, tak. But you know what? It's fine. You know what? It's fine. We must go speak to Coach Des. Oh, finish. Hey, Maru refus netile, man. Yo.
Guys, like I want to say rock, cause being heard, but I'm back.
Yo. Oh, Kaylin, Oscar Papa. Yo. I know. It's a lifeline, this one. It's a lifeline, this one. But Banyana, come back. You can see the time, 99 minutes. Banyana, come back to draw the game. Oh my word. Yo.
I come for you, Lord. Huh? Now, please.
Hi. Last minute. Last minute, guys. Yo, I'm trying to find this. There's a sound I'm trying to find here. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, guys. Okay, I'll let people in just for now. Thank you so much, Cabello. Thank you so much, Lulu, Kasi GP, Kesti, Just Michelle. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Very quickly, I'm letting people in very quickly. I'm gonna give you a minute. Fezile, you've got a minute. 2-2.
Agent, when Otikujwetite will tie this. Habaraluke Bono will tie this. Kujwetite will tie this, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Siyabonga breadwinner. Siyabonga Doneli Ivavavume Machini. Like we thank you Ukhatlana for that wonderful strike. It was very, very beautiful. Instead, we scored screamers, man. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Siyabonga man. Abalotshola ngamabhafalo lamantombazane basebenzile man. Ngiyabonga man. Thank you. That's all.
CJ, you've got a minute.
As I said, I've been screaming for this Ungamla Kamsisi. That boy, that girl knows how to press. I think Tembi as a winger is more effective than as lone striker. I think Donnelly muscled that D line very well, used the height very well, threatening very well. Yeah, I don't know why we keep doing this in the last 15 minutes of each game, because we did the same thing in the previous game as well. But yeah, listen, I don't know. These new kids, they're proving to be hungry. Better last 15 minutes for me.
Okay, CJ, thank you. Dr. Pep, 1 minute.
Nakia. Oh, hey, I almost died there. Hey. I almost died. Hey, what again? I draw. Yes, keep him anyalini. Hey, keep him anyalini impela. Hey, akudlalwa ke lapha. Hey, God, I don't know what's gonna happen on the next game.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see next game. Masisifika la kula pokona, guys.
Awuyawazi Fruitman. Uyazi lapho Fruitman. Yeah, igame elandelayo izoba tricky. Ngaleyo game yavandaga.
Okay. No, guys, I need to go. I need to shoot my review quickly. My review is going to be out in an hour's time.
Alright.
So guys, yeah. Okay, you know what? Let me give Murray at least a chance because he was here. Murray. 1 minute, Murray. Okay, no. Guys, yeah, we're going to be back tomorrow. I just got to confirm some things. We're going to be back tomorrow. The league is back on. The girls have done 2-2. There's a chance. The calculator somewhere here. There's a chance. But want to come back there. Again, maybe the older players also still proving that when push comes to shove, Tembi can give you a goal. And Hilda can give you a goal too. But yeah, hey. Yo. I found the, where is it? I found it.
Nami ngiyamangala ukuthi nala ngadlula njani uNkulunkulu nale ngaka ngadlula no, it wasn't an easy road.
Guys, bye bye.